devour. Hey, donkey. Here's to the mother of the Mother Road. Saddle up, partner. We're ready to hit the road. The Mother Road, that is. We just got out of the hotel that we stayed at last night, the Big Texan Steak Ranch Motel, and we're about to embark on a journey across the Texas Panhandle. Our final destination tonight will be Tucumcari, New Mexico, but have a lot to see here around the Amarillo, Texas area. So without further ado, let's keep on moving. Got a lot to see today. Gotta say, this by far is the best hotel we've stayed at so far on the Route 66 journey from Chicago to Los Angeles. Just look at the cowboy theming they've got here. I love that old barrel that is used as a bedside stand. They've got all of this Western artwork, cowboys, Indians here on the what looks to be a canvas along the wall. They got the saloon doors, the swinging saloon doors. They even have a washboard hanging on the wall. Yeah, this place is awesome. They went all out with the Western theming here at the Big Texan Motel right next door to the steakhouse. Now this is so cool. I have never seen this at any other motel, hotel before, but at the Big Texan Motel, you can actually sign the door. Let them know how you enjoyed or didn't enjoy your stay, and sign your name. You get to autograph the door here. Here we are at Slug Bug Ranch. Started in 2002 by the Crutchfield family, who owned a Longhorn trading post and a rattlesnake ranch nearby. They created this as kind of a nod to the more famous Cadillac Ranch in nearby Amarillo, Texas. And one thing did work. The Slug Bug Ranch did draw tourists to see the bugs halfway sticking in and out of the ground, but it failed to draw people to their businesses. And so the businesses are just completely abandoned. And you can see people have brought spray paint and colored and painted the original Volkswagen Beetles, so much so that there is literally paint layer upon paint layer here on these bugs. But this has become a newer stop along Route 66. Yeah, there's really, this car is really not drivable, I've noticed. Not really going anywhere. What have they done to Herbie? Did they put him out to pasture? Did he pop a tire and this is where he ended up? At the Slug Bug Ranch. Rip Herbie. Rip Herbie the love bug. Look at that, it's a baby hawk. He kind of looks like, is it the Porg from those new Star Wars movies? I think it's a Porg. A baby hawk looks just like a Porg. You know, I think that baby hawk is looking for his mom. This isn't your mom, buddy. It's just a car that says mom. It's not your actual mom. Right next to Slug Bug Ranch, they have these abandoned buildings left over, just full of graffiti and garbage, leftover spray paint cans. Basically just turned into more street art and Basically a roadside canvas for Route 66. Look at this old jalopy here, also covered in spray paint. The roof is a bit caved in, but they actually have the steering wheel in there still. That's kind of cool. Look at all of these tires just laying outside Slug Bug Ranch. Tires galore. And there are a couple more abandoned buildings over here. There's some farm equipment. People will graffiti anything they can here in Texas along Route 66. This character here kind of looks like Strong Bad from Homestar Runner. If you got that reference, you are old. You're getting old. I hate to say it, but yeah, you're an old millennial if you get that Homestar Runner reference. Just another abandoned building full of colorful graffiti. I have no idea what this was in the past. Oh God, there's a nasty recliner over here. It's probably covered in mold. And actually what's cool is this tin siding laying here is similar to the tin siding that was in the Big Texan Motel that we stayed at. You know, obviously it was nicer there, but same material. So this building must have been the Rattlesnake Ranch. This looks like it definitely was a rattlesnake cage. So this structure here must have served as the Rattlesnake Ranch back in the early 2000s. Check out this phone booth, an old abandoned phone booth. That is ancient now. Cell phones have taken over. I love how it says hello. Probably not a good place for vegans here at the Big Texan Steak Ranch. World famous for steaks. Look at that giant bovine standing tall right in front of the steakhouse. They are known for a 72-ounce steak competition. Now, I'm not going to do that today because there's no way I would win. I am a slow eater, especially with steak. But I'm hoping that some people are competing so I can kind of show that off today. But we're going to go inside, grab some food, and explore this famous roadside stop on Route 66 that's been here since 1970. And look at this enormous T-Rex. He's got his cowboy boots on, and I have no idea what are these, fireworks? But these are some of the kind of wacky, zany things you can expect to see at the Big Texan Steak Ranch. And here's some more information on the history of this place. So I said 1970. The Big Texan Steak Ranch actually opened up in 1960 on Route 66, but because Interstate 40 bypassed it, they relocated here in March of 1970. So this present location has been here since 1970. Check out this stretch limo with the longhorn on the front. There's a hood ornament. Look, there's some guys driving inside too. A couple desperados, an Indian chief, and Pappy. I think that's Pappy driving the car. Now what's kind of interesting is I read that the movie Cars, the Disney Pixar movie, has a character, Tex Dinoco, who is based and inspired from these famous Longhorn limousines in front of the Big Texan Steak Ranch. Come on, here we go. We're gonna light up old Sparky.
Pardon me? Can I get a pardon? under no circumstances should you throw switch number 2. Say, will you go to the Big Texan gift shop for me? I want a Mars bar, a metal file, a new lawyer, and some sunburn lotion.
Okay, that was worth it. That was totally worth it. This is cool too. Look at all of these old photographs that turn into corpses as you walk by. That is weird. What is going on here at the Texas Steak Ranch? Look at that. Oh gosh, she looked pretty for a second. This guy, he looks normal, and then, he's a skeleton. Oh, that's crazy. So a lot of strange things going on here at the Texas Steak Ranch. Well, that one's kind of cool. Look at this guy. He sticks his tongue out. Blah. Blah. They even have a shooting range here inside the Texas Steak Ranch. It's very well themed, a Western theme. You got skunks, horses that are buried in the ground, and an old cowboy bear with a stick of dynamite. Well, we're about to devour some of the best steak in the United States. I'm not going to do the Texas Challenge, but look at this massive 72-ounce steak. It's going to be delicious either way. I'm going to definitely get my steak filled here at the Texas Steak Roadhouse. Ranch. So we actually are sitting up above, which is pretty cool. I've never had the seating experience up high. The last time I was here, I sat down below. But you can see this gentleman right here is attempting the 72-ounce steak challenge. So he has to eat a 72-ounce sirloin steak, a full potato, a few shrimp cocktails, a salad, and a roll in 1 hour. He has to do it. He's 20 minutes in right now. He looks like he's doing okay. He's doing okay. He could maybe make it. He's got 30 more minutes, roughly. But yeah, that's where you sit. You sit on this high table in front of everyone, and they watch you attempt to defeat the 72-ounce steak challenge. And look at this restaurant, just huge inside. I feel like I'm at Disneyland. Oh wow, and I just realized right there is where they prepare the steak. Look at that. Which is pretty wild, because if you are doing the food contest, you have to sit here and watch them prepare your 72-ounce sirloin steak right there in front of your eyes, hyping it up. So I think this guy might actually beat it today. He's cleaned his platter. He's just got one piece of steak left. You can tell he's got the meat sweats. He's kind of taken a moment to recalibrate. He's got 12 minutes left. He's definitely slowing down. You can see he's in a mental battle right now. He's got just one. Oh, he's done. I just heard him say it. He didn't defeat it. He did not defeat the challenge. The 72-ounce steak dinner has beaten another one. He was close, though. He was very close. I was hoping to see that. I was optimistic, but they're resetting the clock, and he's done. He's got to pay for it. That's what hurts. So apparently, not a lot of people do this every day. I asked one of the waiters. He said only 2 to 3 people do the steak challenge on any given day. I was thinking it'd be more, like a dozen, but yeah, it's a rare occurrence to see somebody actually doing the steak challenge. So that was cool. Connor, you thought about it?
No, I did not.
I'm not a big eater. I couldn't do it. The legend continues, and opting today, gotta get a steak. Look at all this delicious steak options they have. Now, the 72-ounce steak is a sirloin. I thought about going with the 18-ounce, but I think instead, because this is a popular item and it sells out daily, I'm going to do a panhandle cut of the Texan prime rib. That sounds delicious. So they just gave him the bill. It's at least a $72 check if you can't defeat the steak challenge. But at least he got a nice little boot souvenir cup to remind him of his failure. There he goes. He's leaving the stage. And the steak challenge is officially over. But he got to keep his cup. Lunch is served. Look at this 19-ounce prime rib steak. We got a sweet potato, some Cowboy beans, and they have their own beer that they brew here. So I got a Palo Duro Pale Ale and one of their souvenir glasses with water in it. So ready to dive in and devour a delicious Big Texan prime rib steak. And there's also a green pepper of some kind here as well with the Texas flag sticking out of it. So this looks delicious. Connor, you're already jumping in on that. How is that?
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastic. Awesome. And you got fried okra there too. All right, well here we go. The prime rib at the Big Texan Steak Ranch. I got mine medium rare. Juicy, full of flavor. Oh, easily one of the best steaks in the United States. I guess that pepper was a jalapeno, which tastes amazing with the steak as well. It complements it very well. Steak and jalapeno. Almost clean plate club. I still, I got rid of a lot of the fat. I probably shouldn't have gotten a medium rare prime rib. Looking back, I should have probably gotten that prime or well done. Because I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking kind of more of a sirloin. But yeah, prime rib, still delicious, but had a lot of fatty on that. So much scenery and taxidermy along the walls, but I had to point this out. They've got a teepee with Woody from Toy Story. He's just chilling out, having a powwow. There's a snake in my boot. And right here is the stage. The big table where people will compete and try to defeat the 72-ounce steak dinner challenge, and the time is up there. You got 60 minutes, 1 hour to do it all. And look at that giant cow head or a buffalo skull or whatever that is. It's like a longhorn steer skull right up above too. And they cook the steak right there next to the table. But this is where the competition happens. So I got a free sample of fudge here as well. They got a fudge counter at the Texas Steak Ranch. This is a turtle chocolate fudge. Oh wow, fantastic. Very, very good fudge as well. You can get steak and really good fudge. This place is so huge. They have another bar behind me, and they've got this really cool looking saloon bar in the back as well with a picture of the founder, R.J. Bob Lee, on the wall. Very country western decor. The wood framing is flowery, kind of Victorian age wallpaper. The longhorn steer. They really go all out with the theming. You feel like you're in the Wild West. At the gift shop here, you can even get the plate, the official Big Texan steak plate. Oh, I only had a 20-ounce steak. I couldn't even imagine doing the full 72-ouncer. But if you need to relax outside, they've got this massive wooden chair that you can sleep off your food coma on. But I've got a lot more to see today on Route 66, so no napping until tonight. Texas Route 66. This is the Route 66 Historic District in Amarillo, and this is one of my favorite places in the city. This coffee shop, the 806, is a must stop at, and they have one of the best gaming stores in the United States right there, called Game Quest. This is the 806 coffee shop in Amarillo, and I am so excited. They still have the Schnozberry. That is one of my favorite drinks. I worked here in Amarillo back in 2015 renovating hotels and spent quite a bit of time here in the historic district, so used to always drink a Schnozberry. Got myself a Schnozberry. Now this was like my favorite drink when I worked in Amarillo back in 2015. I renovated hotels for Extended Stay America, and I would stop by in the historic Route 66 district, hit up the 806, and get a Schnozberry. They only make them here. Oh, that is just as good as I remember it. Oh my gosh. It's got a very distinct, it's kind of like a sweet yet sour flavor to it. Gosh, it reminds me of like a Now and Later. If you've ever had like a Now and Later candy, it's kind of like, it tastes kind of like that in liquid form. Oh yeah. This is Game Quest, the greatest gaming store I've ever been to in the United States. It's just here in the historic district in Route 66 in Amarillo. And they've got almost every game, every system you can think of, other pop memorabilia, pop culture memorabilia, Star Wars, you name it. They've got it here, and it's been going strong for 16 years. So always love stopping by here every time I'm in Amarillo, Texas. So this is Brian. He is the manager, the owner, the OG, the one behind all this. And Brian, this is my favorite game shop in the USA.
I love to hear that. Thank you very much for stopping by again. I know that you weren't here for a number of years pre-COVID when the world was still crazy, but better.
Yeah.
But good luck on your move, and I hope you do well in Phoenix.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Y'all take care.
Hello, doggy.
Look at Heidi.
Hello, Heidi. Hello.
She came in here with a big group of people.
The Lyle Art Gallery is a must-stop here in Amarillo, Texas. I've got some Route 66 artwork here back in 2015, but he is an artist, and he's got all kinds of amazing street art about Route 66. So Bob Lyle,
Yeah.
you are an artist here in Amarillo. How long have you been doing your artwork?
Oh, I've been painting since 1968. I've been making Cadillac jewelry for 8 years. My age, I don't know what I'm doing. And I met Bob Wallmeyer back in 96, and we were friends till he passed away. Wow. He's a great guy, yeah, good friend.
Got his photo right there.
Yeah, he was the inspiration for Fillmore, the hippie van.
Right.
And Pixar wanted to use his name, Wallmeyer, and he told them they couldn't because he was a strict vegan, and he knew they were going to put that stuff in Happy Meals, which they did.
And you used to prepare food for him.
Yeah, I used to grill vegetables and put them in olive oil in jars and give them to him. He loved it, yeah. Years and years ago.
It's uncanny. You look just like Willie Nelson. That is uncanny. You could walk down the streets and people probably be asking for your autograph. That's great.
I'm going to have to study his signature, I guess. Yeah, we just have.
Here is some of Bob Lyle's artwork on display. He's working on each state that Route 66 goes through. Here's Oklahoma, some of the attractions. Here's Texas, and he's working on the rest. Just a beautiful collection for sale here at his shop. Bob also makes these beautiful abstract paintings, also for sale. And he's also done a lot of Cadillac jewelry that he makes. Bob Lyle, Route 66 booster and Cadillac inventor. He's also known as Crocodile Lyle. It's a nickname of his.
Keep him out of trouble on the road.
I'll try.
He's my navigator, so we'll see how this works out. So, anyway, Crocodile Lyle, take care, sir. Amazing artist here on Route 66 in Amarillo. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Yep, take care. Take care.
I'll get on your YouTube.
Check it out.
right, y'all
All
be
right,
safe.
everybody come visit Bob Lyle. He's got an art shop here on 6th Avenue called Lyle Art Gallery. It's a must stop on Route 66. Take care, Bob. Here is the historic Nat. Structure right here used to be a popular music venue along Route 66 here in Amarillo. It is now an antique store, but they do have a historic plaque. This is on the National Register of Historic Places. It opened up in 1922 and turned into a popular rock and roll and early music venue in the mid 20th century. In fact, a lot of famous rock and rollers and early country musicians entertained here at the Nat, including Elvis Presley, Buddy Holly, and Little Richard. Here we are inside the historic Nat, and here's the stage that Buddy Holly, Elvis Presley played on, and Little Richard performed as well. Apparently he dropped his pants on stage and flashed the audience and got arrested back in 1957 here at the Nat in Amarillo. So this is the stage that Little Richard dropped his pants on. A lot of history here. So the Nat is basically an enormous antique store now. The old music venue still stands. The floor is original. This is the original dance floor and everything. But it is now a massive antique store here along Route 66. Look at this creepy tiki man for sale here. $250. You can bring this cursed object home with you if you desire. Can't find Connor. I don't know where he went. I hope he didn't get eaten by a giant cat. Oh my gosh. Giant cat. Connor, if you bend over, I can get a picture of the cat sniffing your butt. Well, we're having 2 beers here of Texas's Lone Star at the Golden Light Cafe, one of the oldest, well, the oldest restaurant and bar here in the city of Amarillo, located right along Route 66. Oh yeah, Lone Star. Shout out to the local Amarillo baseball team, the Sod Poodles, which I think is a fancy word for prairie dog. So again, this is a must-stop historic cafe along Route 66, and I just had a beer with Joe the Can Guy, his gentleman right here. So if you ever stop in, he might be here. He doesn't have his face on the mural yet on the wall. He's still working on that, but he does have a license plate right here. That is his license plate, forever immortalized here at the Golden Light Cafe. And this is Tamara, the best bartender in Amarillo, right here. Best waitress in Amarillo, and a good bartender too.
And I've been here 24 years.
24 years. So come to the Golden Light Cafe. It's the best dive bar and cafe in Amarillo on Route 66. That is incredible. Now he's not lost. That's somebody else's license plate. They've got they've got license plates of many of the states here in the United States. At first I thought it was Route 66 states, but it's all different states across the U.S., not just the Route 66 ones. Here, look at these old pictures too, the artwork. I'm guessing these
Those were all my old men that were here when I started working.
Really?
They all passed away, the last 2 in 2019.
Oh, they've all passed away.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I used to sit at the bar and drink beer. I've been here for 24 years.
You've been here for 24 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that was Ralph, Babish, Goonie, Tom, Ike, Winston, and Otis.
Wow.
And then we have this guy right here, that's Roger Roundtree, and him and his friends used to hang out here every Saturday, and he passed away in 2007, maybe?
Really?
Yeah.
So you've got a wall of all the regulars that used to come here at the Golden Light Cafe. So if you like to drink, make yourself cozy at a neighborhood bar, and maybe someday you can be immortalized on the walls. These are all pictures of the regulars?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Different regulars.
Is that you?
Yeah, probably 25.
Oh, wow.
26 maybe.
That's so cool.
Yeah. That's when I was a baby.
Wow.
I'm young.
Is that you too?
One of them, yeah.
Look at
Holding
you.
a boob cake.
Yeah.
That was for one of the old men, Babish.
A boob cake.
Yep.
That's great. So you've got multiple pictures on this wall of regulars.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yep.
Well, fantastic. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So something I just learned, Babish, the gentleman right there in the white t-shirt, again, all these men have passed away. His chair is forever immortalized here. This is Babish's chair. This is what he sat and drank. And apparently Babish's chair was located at the end of the bar, which ironically is where I've been sitting the entire time I've been here. This is where Babish's seat was, right here at the end of the bar. So, a little more history for you. Now, you may have heard that Amarillo has a thing for Cadillacs. And look at this, standing in front of these oddly angled Cadillacs is a Muffler man, a Second Amendment cowboy. With his arm up in the air, taking a vow to uphold the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. And they have a quote with George Washington here on a plaque. But look at this muffler man. It's a Cowboy muffler man standing in front of a gift shop just west of Amarillo, Texas. And take a look at these beautiful Cadillacs. All lined up, there's 3 of them, angled a little bit oddly, and this could be a preview of what's to come. Now it looks like John Wayne is driving this Robin Egg Blue Cadillac. Let's see who's driving the rest. There's a cream Cadillac right behind that one. And who is driving this one? It looks to be Willie Nelson is driving this one. Hello, Willie. On the road again. It's appropriate there. Route 66, on the road again. And this peach, kind of a pink colored Cadillac, a pink Cadillac, it's none other than the king himself, Elvis Presley, baby. Hoo-ha! Elvis Presley driving the pink Cadillac here. And there is a gift shop for the next destination. Here in Amarillo is an empty field. But wait, there is something growing here. Cadillacs sticking out of the ground. There are Cadillacs protruding from the ground here in Amarillo, Texas. This is the famous Cadillac Ranch, perhaps the most iconic roadside attraction, not just on Route 66, but in all of the USA. And it has been standing here since 1974, created by an art group out of San Francisco that called themselves the Ant Farm. And they were monetized by a millionaire here in the Amarillo area to create all kinds of strange roadside art to draw visitors to the Amarillo area. So we have some spray paint, and we are going to autograph the cars, the Cadillacs here at Cadillac Ranch. This is freaking awesome. So my brother Connor is attempting to do a Route 66 sign on this Cadillac. We got yellow paint. Go Hawkeyes, go Iowa Hawkeyes. And you know, the thing about Cadillac Ranch is it's such a popular tourist attraction that as soon as you graffiti a car, it'll probably be gone within 10 to 15 minutes. There's so many visitors that come here and spray paint these cars each and every day. But just look at that. What a beautiful piece of art. It's so simple in some sense, but it's so freaking cool. It's so awesome to come out here and see this. Yeah, it looks good, Connor. Route 66. Looks very good. Now it's funny, look at these car tires. It's just completely layer after layer of paint. And it's hard to say how many layers of paint are on these cars if you tried to chisel the layers off. Color after color, layer after layer of spray paint on all of these Cadillacs that have been standing here in the ground since 1974. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Eric right there. Get me out of here is way too long to write. I don't have that. I don't have the patience or the artistic skills. But anyway, there's my name at Cadillac Ranch, right above Monster. Oh yeah, it is the Hawkeye symbol, Herky the Hawk.
Crying at my heart.
That's actually pretty good. I could see it. I could see it. I love it. Cool, go Hawkeyes. Little Iowa representation here in the Lone Star State. Connor did a Zelda Triforce. You know, you're really making the most of the yellow paint.
Yeah,
That's what I'm impressed about. It is fun walking around and just seeing all of the different artwork on these cars.
You didn't bring your phone to take a photo? Hold on. You might want to pick him up. He's the ground's hot. We're not picking up stuff on it.
Yeah, you could make the smiley face yellow, kind of like the classic smiley face from the 70s or 80s, or whoever trademarked that feature. Oh yeah, that looks good actually. So I'm getting paint fumes in my face. Perfect. Yeah, that is way better. It's a classic yellow smiley face. You know, that's kind of got a Route 66 feature to it too, with the yellow smiley face water tower, like the one in Atlanta, Illinois.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So Atlanta, Illinois, we're giving you a shout out. Smiley face. But you got to make the water tower stem.
Yeah, black for the eyes.
Then it's the real deal.
Want anything?
Here's the finished product right there. The yellow smiley face water tower of Atlanta. Look at that, you can turn the tires still. Oh, they're both turning. That's awesome. You can still turn the tires on these old Cadillacs covered in paint. Good work, good work. Way to make that tire yellow.
A little stripe.
Got a stripe in the tire. It's kind of funny, you can still kind of turn the remnants of these tires. You could probably take a piece home. Kind of cool. Some of these cars you can walk inside the cabs. Just try not to touch the walls because you don't want to ruin your new shirts like I did earlier. I got messy. I touched a lot of the paint in my pants. Like, I got paint on myself. That's why I can't have nice things. Hopefully my audio is decent. It is very gusty out. Of course, here in the high plains, something that I know all too well, my brother and I all know all too well, doing a lot of videos and travel in western Nebraska, eastern Colorado, and now the Panhandle of Texas. It is always windy in the high plains of the United States. It's always windy. Always. This is Cadillac Ranch. What an amazing feature here along Route 66. This is Americana at its best. The ability to spray paint cars, spray paint automobiles, the transportation that gets us from place to place, whether it's work, home, or adventure. It's kind of fun to see them sticking out of the ground like they are. What does it mean? I don't know. It's art. But just having that ability to interact with it and paint your own imagery and then drive on down the Mother Road, onto adventure, onto the next stop. There's something that's cool about that. So yeah, I understand. I can see the draw and the significance of Cadillac Ranch along Route 66 here in Amarillo, Texas.
What do we see?
I completely forgot. My brother keeps reminding me it is Route 66 Day. Today is June 6th. 6-6. And we just did like the most iconic thing you can do on Route 66, Cadillac Ranch. So that's pretty cool. And we're gonna hit the midpoint today on 6-6. Route 66 Day. That's awesome. I keep forgetting that. You keep reminding me today. It is 6-6.
That's why it's a good day.
No! On my camera. Still in Texas, but check this out. The Magnolia gas station, an old gas station here in Vega, Texas, built in 1924. It still stands on their main street. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that Route 66 flag. Get your kicks on Route 66, Chicago to Los Angeles, Main Street of America. Look at that. You can see inside the old Magnolia gas station. And they've made it or maintained it to look like the way it did in the 1920s. Kenneth R. Lloyd leased the station in 1935. He and his new bride, Marie Slutz Lloyd, come on, let's be adults here, were married in the station and lived upstairs. And actually, I don't know how well I can show this. Got a better angle here, but look at that. You can see that window on the second floor. There were 2 floors to this gas station. You can see the steel I-beams, or the beams going across, is where the floorboards would have rested on top of. So there were 2 stories to this gas station. It looks like the original tenants lived upstairs and then ran the store and the services down below. Behind the Magnolia gas station is a giant arrow to commemorate the Comanches, a warrior tribe that camped out nearby at Playa Lakes here in this region. So we are in Comanche country here in the Panhandle of Texas. We are here still in Vega, Texas, outside of Dot's Mini Museum, Dot in real life was one of the people inspired by a character in Cars, the Pixar movie. But I don't know if there's much left of this museum. I guess there is kind of a building here. It's not open right now. So maybe there is a museum here. I'm loving the Route 66 Cowboy artwork for Texas. And there is a horse getting its hair cut at the barbershop. There's that cleats underneath too. Yeah, there's a cowboy boot tree outside Dot's Mini Museum here in Vega, Texas. I don't own any cowboy boots, so even if I wanted to add to the collection, I couldn't. We've done it! We've made it to the midpoint of Route 66. 1,139 miles, done from Chicago to Los Angeles here in Adrian, Texas. Well, here we are at the midpoint. This is so cool. We finally made it.
We're only halfway.
We are only halfway, but it is a journey well spent with you, my brother. Well spent with you. All right, well, we've got the New Mexico border ahead of us, and we'll be staying in Tucumcari tonight. But we've finally done it. We made it from Chicago, Illinois to Adrian, Texas. What is that? 1,139 miles covered here in the great USA. All right, I think we should celebrate. Made it. Midpoint. And check out that wonderful looking googie sign there, the Midpoint Cafe, with the arrow pointing right here. And unfortunately, the cafe is closed right now because it's Monday evening, but they are open in the mornings. You can grab yourself a nice breakfast, a brunch, give you a little energy for your journey across either the eastern half or the western half of Route 66. And loving that they continue to go with the Cars theme. Got the eyes in the windshield. Get your kicks on Route 66. That's really cool. The old Cadillac. Oh my gosh. No joke, I was taking a video of this truck and I thought this guy was real. I thought you were real. This creepy old man driving this old jalopy truck. I thought that was a real guy. I was just sitting there filming. It was like, oh my God, that startled me. I'm not gonna lie, that got me. Also, what in the world is going on here? Fabulous 40 should be fabulous 66. We don't want to celebrate Interstate 40. We want to celebrate Route 66, the Mother Road. That's what we're here for. I gotta say, this is special to me because it is 66 Route 66 Day. And this is a milestone here, the midpoint. Time to celebrate. Well, to celebrate, we've chosen 2 sodas to try that we got from Pops near Oklahoma City. We've never had these before. And I'm going to be trying Green River, which is a popular soda out of Chicago.
I have Filbert's, a banana soda.
He's got a banana flavored soda.
Also from Chicago.
Which is kind of a nod since we left and departed onto the Mother Road from the city of Chicago. And now we're at the midpoint.
Since 1926 also, which is the year that Route 66 started.
Same year that the Mother Road was born. So that's a big deal. Yeah, so cheers.
Cheers.
To the midpoint. That's interesting. This is weird. I was expecting more of like a Sprite flavor to this.
I feel like I'm drinking a banana Laffy Taffy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This just tastes... I don't know what this tastes like, to be honest. This tastes kind of just like a normal cola soda with a very, very light hint of lime. But I was expecting a stronger lime taste because it's green. But it tastes more of like just kind of like a cola, to be honest, with just a very, very slight hint of lemon lime. But this is apparently is a favorite in Chicago. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I'll drink. You like yours?
It's okay. Banana's a little strong.
Yo, let me try yours and you try mine.
All right.
We'll switch these up. Banana soda. Okay, I actually like this.
Really?
I actually like this. Yeah, you're right. It does taste like a banana Laffy Taffy, but I actually like this. You know, Texas here in the Panhandle loves their banana flavored pudding, so in a way that's kind of fitting.
It tastes like a lime Skittle. Yeah, lime is pretty strong, I think.
You think it's strong?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was strong. Interesting. Well, there you have it. 2 new sodas. Not bad. Not great, but yeah, stop by at Pops in Oklahoma City and try these for yourself. Yeah. All right, man.
Cheers.
We got more driving to go to Tucumcari, New Mexico. We'll see you in the land of enchantment. Saw this old abandoned Chevron gas station literally right on the border of New Mexico and Texas. That's the New Mexico border straight ahead. Just about to cross into New Mexico, but wanted to see this abandoned Chevron gas station that's just been left here to rot, full of graffiti and small birds. Lots of broken glass. Look at that thunderhead. A severe thunderstorm way off in the distance in the northern part of the Texas Panhandle and into Oklahoma. But that thing has some major hail. We just looked at the radar and very well could produce a tornado. But yeah, just look at that. You can see it from miles and miles away. It's probably 100 miles away. Yeah. All right, we just crossed into New Mexico, and yes, there was an awesome Welcome to New Mexico sign on Interstate 40, but we are doing the actual Route 66. This is the mother road here in New Mexico, and yeah, there was no signage or anything to greet us into the state, so we're taking the rough road ahead to Tucumcari. All right, I don't know what, this might be rougher than we thought, so the pavement just ended and it's gravel. But supposedly this is Route 66. Interstate 40 is right there. But this is, oh God, this is rough. All right, update. We are turning around and going back to the interstate. These are horrible road conditions. You can see it's not only is it gravel road, it is in terrible condition, gravel road. And we have 1 hour to get to Tucumcari in order to check into the Blue Swallow Motel. Hello, dear. Hello. Hello. Oh, there's more deer. So there's, oh my God. We finally got off the gravel road. We're heading back to the freeway, but yeah, there's potholes, there's deer, there's more abandoned gas stations. This is New Mexico. It's quite a bit different from all the other states we've been to. So far, this is the roughest, and we just crossed the border. Take 2 on the Mother Road. Welcome to New Mexico, the land of enchantment. God. Yeah, we're back on the freeway. This is so much smoother than the gravel road that is Route 66, crossing into New Mexico. So this is awesome. Every garage has a different Route 66 theme to it, and this one next door to ours has the Bob Waldmeyer theme. So there's Bob right there driving his hippie van, and they've got some of his artwork on the walls. Man, this is awesome. Every garage has a different theme to it. This one has an Easy Rider theme, and look at that. You got Dennis Hopper on the left, Peter Fonda, and Jack Nicholson riding there in the back. That is so cool. All this road tripping artwork. And of course, here is a Cars themed garage. You got the hippie van, Mater, Lightning McQueen. You know, I'll need to watch Cars. I've never seen the movie all the way through, but I've got a lot more respect for Pixar and the Cars movie because there's so much research they did on Route 66 and so many real life characters that they put into the movie. Well, we made it here at the Blue Swallow Motel, and I have to say this is one of the most magical, beautiful motels I've ever stayed at in my life, and it is here. Oh, little Route 66 magic there. But it is here along Route 66 in the town of Tucumcari, New Mexico, and this motel has been here since 1939. Just take a look at this gorgeous neon sign. You got the Blue Swallow on top and everything. They even say TV and 100% refrigerated air if it wants to focus. And even 100% refrigerated air on top of the sign as well. But this place is absolutely gorgeous. It's like stepping back in time in the 1950s. You got these blue Cadillacs here that are parked in front of the main motel, and like I said, it's just magical here. You pull in, you got your own car garage. Every room has its own car garage, you can see right here, and they all have different Route 66 themes to them. And what I love about it is after we checked in, people were just sitting outside on lawn chairs, talking with each other, drinking beers, taking in the night sky here in New Mexico and the glow of the neon lights. So just an absolute magical experience. The Blue Swallow Motel. It is, I heard a lot of good things about it before checking in, but everything here has exceeded my expectations, and I wish I had more than just tonight to spend here in Tucumcari and hang out here at the Blue Swallow Motel. But I'll show you my room real quick, and then we will close this day out. It has been another amazing day on Route 66. It's been a long day, but well worth it. This is one of the most extraordinary experiences I've ever had in my life, taking on this epic American adventure, this road trip, and I'm so happy that I've had the time to do it. So let me show you the room real quick, and then we will be signing off for the night. Every room at the motel has this iconic blue neon swallow above each garage. And the theme that we got is kind of a neon theme, a Tucumcari theme, if you will. And you don't pull all the way up, but you do pull partially into the garage. Now, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it's gorgeous. Maybe it's a lighthouse, but it's got this glowing orange light, and it is in some kind of fountain down below, but it is right here next to this iconic Blue Swallow sign. And this is one of the most beautiful neon signs I have ever seen in my life here in Tucumcari, New Mexico. Well, it's getting late. I showed you a good amount of what the actual motel has as far as the property is concerned. Tomorrow morning I'll give you a full tour of the amazing room I'm staying at, but we have had a long day along Route 66. Shorter drive today. This is the shortest drive of this segment from Amarillo, Texas to Tucumcari, New Mexico. And tomorrow will be an ultimate New Mexico day. We'll be departing from Tucumcari in the morning and driving all the way to Gallup, New Mexico for the next leg of this trip. But thank you very much for following this journey along Route 66. It's been an incredible experience, and it's getting late. So good night, everyone. This is Eric with the Get Me Out of Here vlog. It's time for me to get out of here.